Okay. So, hi, good evening, everyone, or good afternoon. For some of you, maybe good morning. How are you guys feeling
Oh,
today?
feeling good?
Yeah? Awesome.
Awesome.
Okay. Yes. Let's make it an interactive session. It's not going to be me talking. I want feedback from you guys, okay? It's going to be a two-way. All right, let me start. Okay, when we talk about grooming, now, what comes into your head? What is the definition of grooming? Jai.
Oh, well, everything from personal care, including how you keep your hair, including nose hair, by the way. Yeah. to trimming your beard or mustache, hygiene, everything. You just be presentable and appealing.
Correct. What about you, Sofiana? What is your opinion about grooming? When we talk about grooming,
um hygiene is important, and the first impressions were very important.
yeah,
So grooming is actually keeping neat and clean.
correct,
Yeah.
correct. Okay. Uh, how about you? I would like to hear from Selena. In your opinion, grooming.
It's going for a very hot date.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Have to look
So you must look your
perfect.
best, right? Sorry, go ahead. You
To
wanted to
be
say something?
perfect in every aspect so that I get to fish the guy I want to fish.
Wow.
That's
I
my
hope your
special.
husband is not next to you. Okay. When we talk about grooming, yeah, it is actually the way we dress is a very important part of the message that we send to those around us. So that is why when we say first impression is the lasting impression, and first impressions are important, okay, because your personality is not the first thing that people see. So you never know who you might run into when you go out. It could be a future business partner or a person of interest. So that is why when you dress up well, okay, when you give a good first impression, that will how to say that will actually that will portray that you are a well-groomed person. Yeah. So it says here that the way we dress is very important part. Okay. Now grooming, let's go into grooming and its importance. Hello, can I have you read that, please? And let's where you? Are you still with us?
Grooming and its importance
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
is a process of making yourself look neat and attractive. The activities which you undertake to make yourself and your appearance tidy and pleasant. Grooming is important for a positive self-image and to encourage and assist you to maintain a pleasing and attractive appearance.
Thank you, Alex. Okay, so as you all mentioned, I think all of you already know, yeah, the definition of grooming. It is the process of making yourself look neat and attractive. And I must say that all the gentlemen in CNC are very neat and attractive. Okay, very handsome. Okay? And of course, the activities which we take to make ourselves and our appearance tidy, like going for the haircut. For instance, like fresh graduates when they want to go for interview, yeah, they will probably invest in a new shirt with a new necktie, yeah, a new pair of shoes, okay, and go for that haircut. You wouldn't want to be looking like as if you just got up from bed to go for your first job interview, right? So it's very important. So grooming is important for a positive self-image and of course to enhance and also to assist you to maintain a pleasing and attractive appearance. So generally people would want to look at people who are, pleasing to the eyes. Okay? Next. Okay, these are personal grooming fundamentals. And yes, as I mentioned just now, if you look at the first picture there, the hair must be clean and styled appropriately. Okay? So if you feel that you need to use a hair cream or hair gel, go ahead. Yeah? And the next one is very important to have clean nails, skin, and teeth. Okay? Make sure when you go out, if you have just finished cooking or whatever, so make sure your nails are clean. Or even if someone is working, a mechanic, for instance, yeah, the hand will probably be full of grease. So make sure when he finishes work every day, you just wash his hands with the proper soap so that he goes back clean, yeah. And for the ladies, yes, I know some of you go for manicure pedicure, which is good, and even the guys can actually go for manicure pedicure, and even kids. Make sure you after finish eating, make sure you do some brush your teeth or floss your teeth, yeah. So that's all the basics. And for ladies, yeah, ladies wear makeup, okay. When we go to places like, especially the frontliners, like when we go to 5-star hotels or when we travel, okay, we look at the air stewardesses or even the air stewards. Look at how well groomed they are, right? Actually, what is the difference between them and those waiters or waitresses working in the restaurant? They're the same, right? But for those air stewardesses and air stewards, they actually go through a training course where they need to put on the proper makeup. They actually taught how to groom themselves properly. Okay. And then men, okay, let's look at the first circle there. The fundamentals. Men should wear belts and watch. Yeah, at least these two is very important. So gentlemen, I'm sure you all have your watch and your belt, yeah, especially when you go to the office or when you go to work. Now, it doesn't have to be $10,000 watch. Okay, it doesn't have to be expensive Rolex or whatever. Any watch will do, yeah. Same thing also for the belt. It doesn't have to be a branded one. Just as long as you have a nice pair of watch to match with the belt, it's fine, yeah. And of course, this is also very important. The second last one, check fragrance and clothing care. Yes, I was in a situation where I had to be next to a guy who had a very bad body odor. Okay, and during that time, it was before the pandemic. We didn't use face masks. Oh my God, I was like suffering. The moment he left, oh, I'm so glad. Okay, so make sure that you invest in a roll-on or antiperspirant or deodorant. Okay, that's very important. And lastly, carry and use a breath mint when you know you will be speaking with many people. We are all trainers and coaches here. We are meeting people. Okay, so make sure your breath smells good. Okay, all right. Do we have any questions so far? Okay, easy to follow. Everything good? Any questions from any of you? So far, so good. Give me a thumbs up. Okay, thank you. So we can go next. Okay, now let's go to the gentleman first. Yeah, the do's for men. Okay, probably I can have Shirlina. Could you please read for us?
Always look professional. Dress for the audience. Wear clothes that fit. Ensure clothes are pressed. Wear shirts with simple collars and cuffs. Keep your hair neat and trimmed. Use mild fragrances.
Thank you, Sherlina. So these are for the men. Please take note. And for the ladies, you can also take note to tell to your husband or to your partner. Okay. Men, you must always look professional, right? How do you look professional? Okay, I will show some examples of men who will look professional later in a while. Dress for the audience. Always be ready. Okay, like today, yes, very good. Alex, you are definitely dressed for the audience as a spotlight today. Very good with your blazer. Yeah, always smart. And we must make sure that wear clothes that fit for men. Yeah, don't put on a shirt that is too tight. Or sometimes, you know, these people, they like to show off their muscles, so they'll be wearing one size smaller. So, and another thing that's important is make sure they are pressed, iron, we need to say, yeah. If you're still single, too bad, Alex, you have to iron your own clothes. But also for the ladies, do you guys iron your husband's shirt? Selena, do you iron your husband's shirt, Selena?
No, I get someone else to do it.
Very good. Just as long as it's pressed, right? Okay. And then, of course, with full collars and cuffs, nothing fancy, yeah. And important to keep your hair neat and trim. Okay, I was one guy told me, I said, wow, your hair is so always well kept. He said, okay, I go to the hair salon every 10 days. Yeah, every 10 days, you will have a hair trim, haircut, yeah. And then, of course, use mild fragrances. Not too strong, but a mild one will do. Okay. So that those are the do's. What about the don'ts? Oh, sorry. These are the example, okay, for men. Yeah, as you can see there, the picture, wear black shoes that shows with a suit, yeah. So if your suit is black, so matching black shoes, okay. And then this is also important. wear ties that are conservative, which should reach the middle of your belt buckle. Okay. So if you want to know the length, the correct length of your necktie, it has to be at the same level with your the buckle of your belt. Yeah. And of course, look at that handsome guy. Ensure that your hair is parted to one side and should not reach the top of your shirt collar. Okay. Now, the don'ts for men. Okay. Harlina, are you still with us, Harlina? Can you read for us the don'ts for men? I see that you turned off
Okay.
your camera. Can you see?
Avoid multiple buttons on your shirts and shirts which don't fit. Avoid wrinkled clothes. Avoid hair from falling onto your face and or obscuring your eyebrows. Avoid short sleeve dressed shirts. Oh, avoid short socks. This is my pet peeve. Avoid fragrance that smell from a distance. Avoid garish ties. Avoid shiny tie pins or clips and big belt buckles. Avoid open top shirts buttons with a tie. Oh, okay. And avoid loafers with a suit.
All right. Thank you, DTM Harlina. So these are the don'ts, okay? Male, you shouldn't be wearing multiple buttons on your shirts, okay? And of course, like I said just now, make sure your shirt fit nicely, not any maybe to a size smaller or a size bigger, no, but that fits you nicely, okay? And of course, just now, the do's is to have pressed shirts. So make sure avoid wrinkled clothes, okay? And then the hair from falling onto your face or obscuring your eyebrows, okay? And then short sleeve dress shirt, yeah? Especially to the office. I see some men, they wear short sleeve dress shirts with a necktie, okay? That is actually not appropriate. Better to have a long sleeve shirt with the necktie, okay? And then, yes, this is a question that a lot of my participants ask me. Why can't we use short socks? Especially youngsters, you know, they like to follow the K-pop style, like the Korean artists. They like to wear the short, or sometimes they don't even wear any socks at all. Well, conservatively, as a gentleman, when you go to the office, you need to put on longer socks, cover your ankle, okay? But probably for the youngsters, if they want to use the type of socks that's short, probably for social event, it's okay. Like going clubbing or going for birthday party, it's fine. And then, of course, fragrance that smell from a distance, yeah? Like you're even 1 mile apart, people can already smell you. People know, oh my God, he's coming because such a strong smell. You don't want to have that. You don't want to attract too much attention, all right? And of course, garish ties, yeah, especially to the office. As you can see just now, the picture that I showed you guys, yeah, this one is just nice, yeah, very conservative tie, okay? Then tiny tie pins or clips and big belt buckles also not encouraged. Yeah, don't avoid that. And of course, sometimes I see this. People wearing a necktie, but they open their top shirt button. Yeah, so that's a big no-no. Make sure you don't do that. Now, loafers with a suit is also not suitable because as you can see, the suitable shoes are these. These are working shoes. Yeah, more for formal. All right. Okay, so that's the don't for men. Now let's go to the ladies. Before that, gentlemen, do you have any questions from the guy or maybe even from the ladies? Yes, guy, go ahead.
Well, all my shirts have multiple buttons from the bottom button to the top collar button. Could you explain what do you mean by don't have shirts with multiple buttons?
Or, you know, like some of the style that they even, instead of having just one, they will have like 2 or 3, you know, how shall I put it? Yeah. Like too many buttons. Normally, okay, like 5 or 6 is okay. Like one button for the whole, right? But the whole, one button for one buttonhole, right? But some fashion, they have like 3 buttons for only one hole.
Really? On a shirt?
Yes, yeah.
I don't know this. I never realized. Okay, thank you. That's a scary.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yes,
I have a question from one of your slides. It says that a man should ensure that his hair is parted to one side and should not reach the top of your shirt collar. What do you mean by reaching the top of your shirt collar?
Yeah, you know the collar of the shirt, right? So it goes like below the collar, or you know, that means it gets quite long. It covers the collar. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, got it.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So any more questions? Okay, let's go next. Now let's look at the ladies. Oh, sorry. These are the men example. Okay. Wow. So you want to be looking like those, yeah, Alex? Smart. Yeah. Okay, what about the ladies now? The do's for women. Same thing like the guys. We also always look professional, yeah, and we also dress for the audience. This is also important. Wear clothes that fit, yeah. Ensure clothes are pressed and keep your hair neat and trim. These are for the ladies, for the women, yeah. Now, dress for audience, because sometimes when you go to the office, if you're not properly attired, and suddenly your boss will say, "Oh, I need you to follow me to go for a meeting or to a function." So please make sure that you are dressed professionally and neatly every time to the office. Okay, and also, especially for the ladies, make sure your clothes also fit you well, not too tight or not too big. Okay, and of course, also like the men, we also have to iron our clothes. Okay, and then, okay, these are for the ladies. Now, wear heels up to 1.5 to 2 inches with formal attire. This is like going for the office. And of course, make sure it covers your, yeah, covered shoes. Okay, you don't show off your toenails. Okay, and manicured nails. Now, wear conservative business makeup, meaning to say that you focus on the lips and the eyes. Okay, so apply lipstick properly. You can actually go to YouTube. There's many YouTube videos showing you how to apply the professional makeup, simple. You know, like some of them will say, "Oh, 5 minutes makeup." You know, because like I receive feedback sometimes. They say, "Oh, you know, if I were to put on makeup, that means I have to get up at 5 a.m. in the morning." No such thing. Okay, when you do it frequently, sometimes the most 10 to 15 minutes. All right, so it doesn't have to take too long. Okay. Now, what about the don'ts? The don'ts for women: avoid wearing wrinkled clothes. Yeah, and this is also important. Ladies, avoid transparent fabric. Okay, and then hair from falling onto your face or obscuring your eyebrows. Earrings that are large and dangling. Okay, and then avoid open-toed shoes. Okay. Then also same like the guys just now, fragrance that smell from a distance. Okay, not too strong. Okay? Like they say, "Oh my God, it's killing me, the smell." Yeah. And then avoid wearing any clothes that are too bright, too tight, sheer, or short. Then avoid also too much makeup. It's also a no-no. And finally, avoid big buckles and jewelry. Simple piece of jewelry is fine, but not too much. Okay. Less. There is a saying they say that sometimes less is more. All right. And these are some of the examples for the ladies. Okay. For women. Okay. And finally, now, people's perceptions of groom appearance of professionals. When all of us are already well groomed, okay, definitely as a trainer and a coach, yeah, we want to have that professional look. So being well groomed, automatically you will have that professionalism. That's number one. And secondly, you have a level of sophistication. What do you mean by a level of sophistication? Someone who is well read, someone who is aware of the culture, and you know, someone who is someone also with intelligence. Okay, and then you automatically, number four is you have the credibility and reliability. Yeah, as a coach, as a trainer, you want to project a good image so that people know that it can depend on you. You're someone reliable. Yeah, and of course, finally, is respect. Yeah, people will respect you, right? So my time is also up. So these are actually the points, yeah, for just very simple, basic grooming. I hope that it helped, yeah. And if you have any questions, if there's still time, we can have a Q&A, or you can just personally message me. Okay, with that, I hand over back to our Toastmaster of the meeting, Harlina. Thank you, everyone.